Well, good morning, YouTube. So, yesterday I was pretty ticked off about what the House had done um, in this legislation that they'd passed and basically gave themselves almost a $70,000 pay raise. One of the things I'd read also was that in that 100 or 1,547 page um, bill to fund the federal government was $3 billion to build a new NFL stadium in DC. And there's so many other things in there. They were just absolute, pardon my language, absolute bullshit. Um, you know, a bill should never be more than 8 pages. Period. 1,500 and some pages. It's just full of crap. And they write these bills, they make these amendments, blah blah blah, and then they pass them in the wee hours of the night. While most of us working class folks are sleeping, and you wake up the next day and it's like, well, there's that. But anyway, so I pull into the office here and I hear that the bill is pretty much dead right now. And shut the government down. If you don't have the money for it, shut it down. Our critical components of the government don't stop. They just don't. It's a scare tactic that the Democrats like to use, but they don't stop. People on Social Security will still get their paychecks. There's other things that don't stop. Our military guys, they still get paid. Blah blah blah. But it's a big scare tactic. So you know what? We don't have the money for this BS, and one of the things I read in there too is part of that legislation they wrote is that the DOJ can investigate January 6th. Kash Patel can investigate January 6th. That's in the bill. I mean, they're throwing all kinds of shit in this bill to pass under the guise of we've got to fund the federal government. And it's pardon my language, I don't mean to curse so much this morning, but it's complete and total bullshit. And shame on Mike Johnson for even considering it. I think I ran him over the coals yesterday on X and tagged Elon Musk and Donald Trump in there as well. It's just like, this is a lame duck. And for Biden, he should not be able to do a damn thing, and certainly nothing that would impede the incoming president. And he's also trying to do that as well. He's trying to tie his hands up with so much bullshit. It's unbelievable. And Ron DeSantis has said something, I can't remember what it was, but he was talking about a constitutional amendment, and I don't know if I could pull it up on my phone, because I don't remember the exact story. Or the heading of the story, the title of the story, but it's Ron DeSantis, and where is it at here? Oh, I can't find it quickly. Let me type this in real quick. See if this gets me here. See if this is it. Here we go. Ron DeSantis advocates for a congressional amendment for congressional term limits. It's like I've been screaming that for the longest time. Um, this was February 20th of this year. He had touted that. There was something else too, but anyway, so he's pushing for it, or he's advocating for that, and that's a must. That's an absolute must. That has to happen. We cannot have or continue to have people like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and countless other folks that serve for greater than 15 years, because power corrupts, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. And there is so much that goes on in that swamp. You don't come in making $174,000 a year, and then by the end of your term you're a multimillionaire. How does that happen? One example is AOC. If there's ever a knucklehead in Congress, she's one of the biggest ones. And my understanding, when she first came in, she was near broke. Now she's worth something like $29 million. How the hell does that happen? Doesn't happen for you and me. But again, term limits have to happen. This damn bill that to fund the federal government, that should be dead and stay dead till after January 20th. And I would encourage everybody to pull it up on your computer and read it. Pull it up on your phone and read it today if you can. And then I'm screwed because the state that I'm in, both my senators, they're worthless. They're Democrats. They're worthless. My congressman, I don't have anything good to say about him either. But everybody should call, voice their opinion, get on X, tag those representatives, because a lot of them have, a Twitter or an X account, or hit them up on Instagram, any social media account that they're on, and you just need to just let them have it today. Or call them. Good Lord, I've done that many times. Sometimes I'm very fortunate enough, I get a good staffer on there, and they take your name and address, and then they just listen to you, pretty much vent. And a lot of folks that I've talked to on the other aisle have honestly, because they're a staffer, have honestly been very cordial. And then you have the ones that just don't answer the phone for whatever reason. They're out of town, out of this, blah blah blah, whatever. They just don't answer the phone. But this past election shows you that every vote counts. Everybody getting involved counts. And so every phone call counts. Every X message you send out there. Do a YouTube video and title it, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, knucklehead, something, and then get it out there, or share it on social media, let them see your face and hear your voice. But it just has to stop. It's we all have children and grandchildren, and I'm just sick and tired of seeing our country. It's going ever since the Obamas, and I really want to say it started with the Clintons, and things coming down, and then Trump got into office, and then it opened up everybody's eyes, mine included, and I think a lot of other folks too. So, today is what's the date today? Today's the 19th, Thursday, and we're getting towards the end of the year. Christmas is right around the corner, and a lot of these knuckleheads are going to be heading home for if they haven't already, to spend time with their families. But this has got to stop. So I'd encourage everybody to do so. And again, I know it sounds like I'm begging, but I kind of am. So if you could just like and subscribe to this channel, that'd be great. If you have any suggestions and ideas, I'm certainly willing and open to listen to those. So leave a comment. Whether you like it, you don't like it, I should stop. This channel sucks. Whatever. It's just a platform for me to vent. And then share my thoughts with folks that might be like-minded, and obviously, like-minded, feel the same way, and that we're not the only ones. But again, I really want to encourage people to look at term limits. We have it for the highest office in the land. That's the President of the United States. So if it's good for him, it's good for these other knuckleheads too. I honestly think that 12 years as a senator or a congressman is enough. Is absolutely enough. If you want to do 12 years as a senator and then run as a congressman, God bless you. But I think, or 2 terms, you run back, and then that's it. This nightmare of spider webs that's in DC that make it so difficult for the average guy. I could never run for Congress or Senate. You have to be beholden to so many people. It's like you're writing IOU, to get elected. And people just don't give you money for nothing. It's not like you're asking, hey, give me $20. These special interest groups and these lobbyists and the food industry and the pharmaceuticals and the auto industry and everything else. They kick in thousands and thousands or millions of dollars, into these campaign coffers, and they always want something in return. It's never free. It's never free. It's like they're like prostitutes. You go to DC and it's just like, yeah, I'll do this for you and I'll do that for you, and we could backdoor this and backdoor that, but it's going to cost you. It's not free. So keep that in mind. And maybe just get a little pissed off. And get a little fire in your belly, and call these congressmen and senators up today, and and give them some shit. They can still all be voted out of office. We got primaries coming up again here in 2 years. So remind these people, if you still want your job in the next 2 years or after this next cycle coming up, you better do as the people ask you to do, because that's what you're there for. You're there to represent the people, not special interest groups, not the food industry, not the pharmaceuticals, the American people, period. So get your shit together, Mike Johnson, Chuck Schumer, and countless other, knuckleheads. I just really don't want to give them the time of day to name. I could name everybody, but go look at the people who co-signed that legislation. Where can you go in America and say, I deserve a nice big $70,000 raise? Yeah. I didn't do shit for the last 4 years. I didn't support Donald Trump when he was in office. I had the bully pulpit as a congressman or a senator. I could have spoke up. I could have gotten on this radio program and this program to point out the inconsistencies and the lies in the January 6th BS. But no, they kept quiet. They didn't say anything. Because they got to run for re-election. I don't know, a bunch of feckless cowards. I like Rand Paul. I like some of the things he talks about and he stands for. I think he's a great senator. I don't want him as a president, but I certainly like him as a senator. And Ted Kennedy, I like that knucklehead too. But I never want to see him as a president. As a senator, he does a great job. I go on and on, but again, it's just like you have to be more involved. It's just like I started this YouTube channel because it's just like I felt like I didn't have a voice. It just wasn't enough. I have a great, fantastic wife. I could not be blessed with a better wife, great kids, great grandchildren, and but it's just not enough, you know. And what I mean by that, it's just, you know, I have these conversations with them, and my family's great, but it's just, you know, I wanted to reach a bigger audience, and I thought, you know, at my age, that I would try to come up with a YouTube channel. And mine's not fancy. I don't have all these words and stuff, fancy editors and this and that, and a staff of people, you know, behind me, like some other folks do. I mean, I'm just an average guy talking to, you know, average people, you know, men and women on the same playing field that I'm on, you know. I'm not hobnobbing with celebrities like some of these other YouTube, you know, influencers are. It's just me and you having a conversation, and you can continue the conversation by leaving a comment, and otherwise it's just me jacking my jaw, you know. But anyway, so I've got to get at it. So I'm blessed to be 6 feet above the ground today. I hope you are too. And if you're not, you need to do some self-reflection, or leave me a comment. We could talk about it. And that could be the topic of another YouTube video. But anyway, so I'm super happy to be here today. Despite all the other, you know, negative stuff, I'll be making phone calls and reaching out to folks today to get my opinion heard, and I hope you guys do the same thing. So please like and subscribe, click the little ding ding dong bell there, and that way you'll be notified, you know, anytime I post another video. And it doesn't cost you a dime to subscribe, but it helps me out tremendously, you know, that whole algorithm thing, you know. I'd certainly like to reach a bigger audience. I'd like to, and I can only do that with your help. So thank you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you on the next video.